know if you guys can see me since I'm all camoed out and stuff, but it's the freaking Outlaw. Oh, let me turn off my truck here. I wanted to make sure I give you guys a little update on the truck ski here. What's going on. Now, this, of course, I made a video when I first bought it. It's a 1992 GMC Sierra. Take you around to the front here. Iowa plates. You guys always like, oh, you should show your plates. And well, they aren't my freaking plates. I'm driving illegally everywhere, so why the fuck does it matter, right? So yeah, this is the hood, custom new paint job. I'm loving it right now. Sanded all down. It's pretty sweet. No, but I got the brush guard and everything. So this is just showing you all the stuff I've done to my truck and what I'm going to keep doing to my truck. So first, let's come back here a little bit and get a good shot of this. You can see the truck's lifted a little bit. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. It's lifted a little couple inches. And there's bigger tires on it. We got mud grips. We got 33-inch mud grips on it. So we have good mud frames. Plain and simple. $20 a tire. Had to put them on. Tread's going down a little bit, but it's all good in the hood. We got 33s on all 4 tires. Mud grips. Pretty nice. It's a little rough driving them on the asphalt. That's why we gotta drive them all over these freaking dirt roads. So, custom rust job. Loving it. It's awesome. Especially right here. I had to pay extra for these sharp edges. I mean, it's just the way she goes, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, the bed is a lot freaking higher. Basically, this is what I did. A buddy of mine had 33s for me, $20 a tire. I needed new tires for that. These aren't brand new. I don't give a fuck. Running shitty tires until they go out, right? So I couldn't fit it on stock. So what I had to do was lift it about 2 or 3 inches in the front and back. So in the front, I didn't want to do anything with the suspension, just because I didn't want to, So what I did is I just did the whole hillbilly torsion bar shit. You got the torsion bars. I don't know if you guys ever know this, but if you want a little bit of lift in front of your truck, you got torsion bars. You look under there. I'm not going to show you right now, but you look under there, you got these big ass bolts. You just twist them like 3 or 4 times around or whatever until they're tighter, until they're, flush with the bar. And me, I only got like 2 inches. Some trucks, like if you have a Bronco or a Blazer, you'll get like 6. So me, I only got about 2 inches or whatever in the front, so I was able to fit them on here. Back here was a little different. I had to do a little hillbilly in back here. Come back here and look. You can see, I had to take. Let me show you here. I can show you good. I had to. There's a freaking e-brake line hanging down. So what I had to do is take the original U-bolts, which were coming in from the top. I had to cut the U-bolts off, take the leaf springs, put them up, undo the shocks, basically lift up the whole bed, or the whole rear end of the truck. Put this 2-inch block under. I was going to do 3, but I couldn't find U-bolts that would fit. Stupid, I have to get them like special order to find U-bolts that'll be longer for that. But anyways, these are the longest U-bolts I could find. So I put a 2-inch block in here, new U-bolts, tighten them down. It's still tight, luckily. When we first did it with the 3 inches, it didn't do tight at all. So yeah, so that's what we did here. Had to put a 2-inch block in. You gotta make sure when you do this, there's a pin in the middle of this block. You gotta make sure the pin with the leaf spring is lined up with the pin in the middle of this, because if it ain't, your axle's flying all over the place. And that's what happened with me when I had my other buddy on this side, and I was on this side and did it right. So when someone else is working on your truck, make sure they're doing it freaking right. You know what I'm saying? So same thing over here. This U-bolt's a little out of place because, oh my gosh, that's really out of place. I gotta knock that back in, but I got new U-bolts for everything. So that's how we did it in the back. We got about 2 inches in the back, so I was able to fit those tires on. But, oh, checked out. This is custom too. This crossbeam here. Yeah. Just bouncing like a trampoline, baby. How we do it. So, as you can tell by the plates, this was an Iowa truck. And that's why there's so much freaking rust. Ow. So, that's the dealio. That so I was able to put the tires on. Now, the plan is, this is what we got. Dude, I need a damn dip. If you're with me, watch this video, I need a damn dip. So, this is the dealio. This is what we're doing now. This bed is just trash. You come around, look over here. Look at this freaking rust in here. So it's just rushing right through. It's not good at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bed off and grab this damn thing. That's my toolbox. That's going to stay. I have a couple flatbeds ready for me on Craigslist for pretty cheap, utility, nice diamond plate steel flatbeds. I was going to make my own wood flatbed. I was just going to rip this mother trucker off, build a little platform with like, I don't know, 2x2s or 1x3s, whatever, and then just put like cross beams of oak wood. But that's expensive, especially when you're buying oak, because it's a good wood for exterior work. And all your things left on that picture in this trash or whatever. But anyways, that's not what I'm going to do. It's going to be too much work for that. I'm just going to get me a new steel flatbed, diamond plated and all that kind of crap. Take this off, put the steel one on. It's got the overhead that goes over the back cab. That'd be pretty cool. It's also good. I think some of them have the toolboxes down below. Mud flaps in the back, all that good stuff. So if anybody's in the area of Colorado, you want this bed instead of me scrapping it, or maybe this freaking chrome bumper, whatever, let me know, but I'm sure you don't. I could probably get, a few $100 out of it for scrapping it or something, so. And then, when I'm getting these tires on, or when I did this lift, I definitely needed an alignment now, right? So, I'm making sure everything's good for the alignment before I bring it into the shop to get an alignment. And things are not good at all. This is what happens. I have the front of my truck up, and I put a crowbar into this, and I lift it up. Both of my lower ball joints on both sides are completely loose. I mean, extremely loose to the point where I think they're gonna fly off like a Dodge. Yeah, like a freaking Dodge, people. That's how bad it is. Okay, and then I don't know if I can show you exactly. If you come down here with my freaking idler arm here, no, I can't show you. My idler arm here, can't show you because it's too hard to do this shit, but it's freaking extremely loose too. So I need a new idler arm, and 2 new blower ball joints. The other ball joints are fine. So it's about $200 for parts. And any simple to do it, it's gonna cost like $900 altogether. Luckily I have buddies that can do it a lot faster. It's free if I buy a beer. I can do it, but it'd take me too long. Get my mind on something else. So. Also, one more thing. I want to tell you something. You ever want to do something to your truck, but you don't have the money to do it, you got to do it the redneck way, okay? The frickin' lift. You want to lift your truck a little bit so you can fit bigger tires on it. You do your torsion bars, which sometimes isn't a great idea because you do feel everything that's on the road. You're going to feel rocks, you're going to feel that crap. But it looks good, right? Just get a little block kit in the back. Just buy some U-bolts, buy a block. Most of them are Outlaw rallies, they're going to have some stuff for you. Sometimes they come in a little kit, You can get a little lift in the back, just take the springs off your jack. Also, if you want a body lift, instead of a suspension lift, do a hockey puck lift. A hockey puck lift, basically, you take all your body, I don't know how many body mounts you got on the side of whatever vehicle you have. I think I got 6 running across each side. You take your body mounts off, you'll get new bolts for them. Make sure you measure the bolts. You're going to have to get longer bolts for how many hockey pucks you want. You go to the store, you buy a ton of hockey pucks. You be careful, but you drill through the top of the hockey pucks, in the middle of it, you put that bolt through, put them through the frame and the brackets, whatever you got there, and you tighten them down, and there you go. You got a body lift. You got to do that all the way. It's time consuming to do that, but there's another way you can do a lift without buying freaking rough country or skyjacker or whatever the hell they're called. Also, one more thing. You guys are gonna laugh at this one. I didn't make this one up. I heard this. But the other day, I'm coming out from a job. You come through here, my radiator fan completely goes loose, and the serpentine belt comes flying off. These bolts in here, I don't know if you can see that, but these bolts in here came completely off, and the radiator fan came loose. And luckily, I turned off the motor before it seized. But we got that all back on. When I was down here, I had a great idea. If you cut some of this freaking stuff off here, so it doesn't hit your fan, because it's pretty close to the fan, this housing. What you can do, you duct tape a blow whistle, that like refs use and stuff. Duct tape a blow whistle to your fan, okay? And then when you're revving it up, you got yourself a homemade turbo. Why have real turbo when it just sucks your gas right out through the freaking air? You could have your own home-built turbo right there. Duct tape a whistle. I want to see y'all do this. I might do it, but I don't know if I'm that retarded. But just duct tape a blow whistle to your radiator fan, and when you're going around, woo, you got turbo. It's freaking awesome. So that's what you do. So there are some redneck tips to redneck up your truck if you want that. If you want to do that, that's pretty good. I'll show you this since we're under here. A lot of you guys asked about my cab lights. I did these myself. These are Bajas. I bought them cheap in Napa. I just hooked it straight up to the battery, ran it all the way under. You see that orange line going all the way, and then it goes in under here, all the way up. And then I got the switch right here to do it. I haven't mounted or nothing, just sitting there. So, switch is right here, and got that. Cab lights turn on. So, you can see I got custom freaking camo interior here. Got the Realtree floor mats, Realtree seat covers, Realtree wheel cover, Realtree bandana, camouflage rear view mirror. That's for you, Bobby. So yeah, that's the dealio. So the biggest thing, make sure your truck's always running. Just do myself an oil change. Biggest thing is I gotta get these ball joints fixed before they fly off like a Dodge. Gotta get that alarm fixed. Make sure when you're doing a lift on your truck or something like that, this ain't a big lift. You can barely tell when you're going down the road, but I got bigger tires on it. But if you're doing a redneck lift like that, you gotta make sure when you're doing this that your pins are matched up, that they're not flying around, because your axle can just fly right off or get completely screwed up. So just make sure when you're doing it, don't drink too much beer, because you might freaking be an idiot, and when you're driving, your axle's gonna fly off. So those are some tips. That's what I'm doing to the truck. Give you guys a little thing there. So hopefully we'll have it flatbedded in the next couple weeks, and then basically once I flatbed it, this cab is going to get completely sanded down. I've got one dent, bigger dent in the passenger side door. I got to knock that out. We're going to sand down the whole cab. Probably Bondo this shit, because it's like this on both sides. Probably throw some rags up there, Bondo the outside of it, cover it up, and then I'm gonna get some camo. We're gonna camo the whole cab out. Get some new decals. It's gonna be sick as tits, and that's how the Outlaw does it. So this is the Truckski. This is Old Holler, and that's how she's doing. There's a little update on the truck. So I'll let you guys know. If you guys want to use any of those tips, get at me on Twitter at Outlaw Hillbilly. Get at me on Facebook, Jared Outlaw Boys. Like the page, all that good stuff. Send me your pictures of your trucks, all that good stuff. There's some tips for y'all. I don't know what else to say, except this is how you keep your freaking hillbilly, son. I'm the Outlaw. Catch y'all on the flip side. Later.